Greetings, my sports to the world people. And we are back at it again. Cricket, lovely cricket. I know that quite a few of you, still trying to find the motivation, the drive to rally. Especially after what happened in the T20 World Cup. But guess what? We're going to rally, man. We're going to rally around the West Indies just the same. Our next appointment, is against England, talking about Test cricket. So we're going to talk some cricket. We're definitely going to talk some cricket. So in this one, I'm going to be taking a look at what former West Indies player Ramnaresh Sarwan had to say about cricket in the United States of America. He was saying that the cricket is developing there and we could see a massive exodus of regional players to the States trying to find opportunities as relates to T20 cricket or otherwise. We're going to talk about that. Definitely going to look into that. Plus, going to talk a little bit about Alec Arthanes. We see where he has actually signed with a company and he will be carrying their gears. Right? I saw it on the company's website. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Give a listening ear until the end and let me know what you all think in the comment section. All right. So we see where former West Indies captain Ramnaresh Sarwan, he was speaking about Test cricket in the region. As a matter of fact, he was talking about cricket in general. And he was saying that, it's really at a weak point. It's at a weak point and we could see a lot of our regional players making the trip to Uncle Sam's country to find opportunities, right? We see where they did well in the recently concluded T20 World Cup. Plus, 2028, the Olympic Games will be held here. And, players will probably be looking and saying, I want to get on that train. So you never know. We see where players, they have migrated and they are now living in the States and they are playing as professional cricketers. You understand? So, it is a way out for a lot of people that find it difficult to break into their current national team and stuff like that. So I'm gonna take a look at what Sarwan is saying here. So taking this one from the Times of India, all credit goes to them. This is their interview, this is their work. I'm just sharing it. So Sarwan was talking about Test cricket in the region and he was saying that, listen, we might see a lot of players leaving because it's only 5 to 6 games per season. And that is not enough to develop Test cricket, to develop players to a point where they can go on to be good professional, good Test players, right? Plus, we also know that T20 and T10 is becoming more popular these days. So, players, they are not only thinking about the fact that it's only 5 games and that can really help them in terms of developing their Test career, but they are also weighing up the options as it relates to going and playing T10, T20 and making money. I have always said it, cricket is for our entertainment. We are doing our jobs. We have our work, right? Cricket is for our entertainment. These people, they are playing it as a way of it's a way of life for them, right? It's how they earn. So this is Sarwan here. Yes, Test cricket is at a very low point, to be honest. Among the games that we are playing again in the Caribbean, I don't think it's sufficient to develop our players. But I also think there is the major threat of T20 cricket where a lot of people are showing interest in the shortest format, right? He went on to say, I think one of the biggest challenges we have had is facilities in the region. I think the cricket board has been working on it. So we'll see what happens. End quote for now. Sarwan went on to say, I think having T20 format in the United States of America, which is so close to the Caribbean, of course, they, referring to the players, would have the opportunity now to participate in the short format of the game in the US. So you might find a lot of people jumping ship in terms of coming to the United States and start participating in T20 and of course try to see if they could find a way in terms of becoming legal in the United States, right? and then start hopefully pursuing the pushing to play for the United States. And we have seen a lot of players in the past, in code for now, we have seen a lot of players in the past who would have done that. Right? Corey Anderson was just there with them, when he came on the scene in New Zealand, a lot of people had high hopes, where his career is concerned. Xavier Marshall is now living here. No longer playing, but when he just migrated, he was playing cricket here. And so many of the players that recently played in the T20 World Cup, we would have heard of stories of them playing youth cricket, in India and different countries. So, people will be, as Sarwan is right, people will be seeking to become legal and to see if they can play, represent, the state. So Sarwan went on to say, and I quote, "I don't think it's something that can be done only in the Caribbean. I think the ICC probably would have to intervene to put a limit in terms of how many T20 tournaments are being played around the world." I guess he was answering here, what West Indies can do to make sure that players don't migrate. That's not something that West Indies CWI can stop. And I don't know if ICC will be doing anything to stop T20 cricket. Right? We see where they push back the T20 World Cup to make sure that IPL, they got the opportunity to finish and all of that. I think it was a month that they pushed it back by. So BCCI is their IPL is up here in comparison to other leagues. But then, if they start granting certain favors, certain obvious favors to the IPL, then other T20 leagues will be looking and they will be saying, boy, if you're granting favors like this, what about our league? What about helping to develop our league? So, I think ICC, they have given up a lot of power to BCCI. So I don't know how much more power they're going to give up to other T20 leagues, right? So I don't know if they're going to put anything in place as it relates to stopping some of these T20 leagues. It's a way, and we realize that players, they are into it. So I can't see ICC really doing something to try and curb it, right? Because the players, that is what they are pushing towards. We see somebody like a Kane Williamson, retiring from thing there to, not retiring, but deciding not to sign a full contract because he wants to go and seek opportunities overseas in the shorter format. One of the best T20, one of the best test players you can think of, right? Man is the I don't want to say that he's the greatest to have played for them where test cricket is concerned, right? Because a lot of players would have something to say about that, or former players. But he's the man that is holding their test cricket together. You understand? And to see when we have people like Chris Gayle and these guys talking about ICC should make sure that other leagues, international cricket isn't being played while IPL is going on. I don't really take that serious, because Gayle and some of these other guys, they are ambassadors for IPL, right? They are the ones that made IPL into what it is, and they're ambassadors now. So they will come and say these things. But when I say, real top class current test players walking away to play that, you can understand that it's really tough. And when I say real top class current players, I'm not saying Gayle wasn't a top class test player, because we don't know Gale's record where test cricket is concerned. But we're talking about people that they basically make it playing test cricket like that. They make the name playing test cricket like the Kane Williamsons and these guys. So I totally get what Sarwan is saying. To go back to my original point, that people will be looking to leave, because that is where the cricket is going now. People will be looking to earn, especially with the United States taking the thing serious and pushing like this. You understand? It's going to be very interesting. People leaving to go to the States to play cricket is nothing new, though. From I was in Jamaica going to school, I remember in the summertime, a lot of people that was going to school, the school that I was going to, they would leave in the summer. Talking about college, they would leave in the summer to go and play different leagues over here. And some of these guys I'm talking about, playing national cricket for Jamaica, but they would leave in the summer to go and play, cricket over here. So, let us see. But Sarwan definitely could be onto something as it relates to people migrating, whether it is to play T20 cricket during the 4-day season or, just to come and live and to try and play. So let us see how that will go. Talking about young players looking to migrate, Alec Arthanes, he's one of the, he's that guy in terms of 3 formats. Youngster, somebody that we're looking at, looking towards, we're looking at to really come forward and take the thing to a next level as it relates to T20 ODIs and Test cricket. I was on the Gray Nichols, did I say Gray Nicholson at the top? Gray Nicholson website, and I am seeing where Gray Nichols, Gray Nichols, they have actually put out some information here that Alec Arthanes, he is the newest member of their team. They have actually signed him. So this is what they are saying. Ahead of the West Indies Test series against England, we are thrilled to welcome Alec Arthanes to the Gray Nichols family. Right? Some say Gray Nichols and some say Gray Nichols family. So yeah, Alec Arthanes, my viewers and subscribers, based on what I am seeing here, will be carrying their kit, but probably pad and all of that. So they are well known for producing some very, very good bats. So let us hope that he will be scoring a lot of runs wielding this blade. Let me know what you all think. Big up.